Of the day, putting your hand on your lower back, hoping the pain will go away. You're not alone. Lower back pain isn't just something that happens because you're getting older. It's your body telling you it needs help, it needs care, it needs movement. But here's what most people don't know. You don't always need to do more exercises. You need to do the right exercises the smart way. Today, I'm showing you 5 exercises for lower back pain. But these aren't the same old stretches you've seen before. I'm giving you 5 simple movements with new, science-based tips made especially for people over 60. These aren't just stretches. They're gentle tools that help your brain, your spine, and your balance work together. These 3 things keep you standing tall, sleeping well, and living your best life. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do, why it works, and how. Just a few minutes each day can change how your back feels and how you move. Stay with me. Your best years of movement aren't behind you. They're starting right now. Before we start, write your name and where you're watching from in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Exercise 1, pelvic tilt. Wake up your spine. The pelvic tilt looks so simple. You might think it can't really help, but it's one of the most powerful movements for your lower back. What makes it special isn't about being strong or flexible. It's about awareness. You're not just moving your hips. You're waking up the connection between your brain, your spine, and your core muscles. Here's what happens as we get older. Our bodies start to forget certain movements. The small muscles around your spine, the ones that hold you upright, stop working when we sit too much or move too little. The pelvic tilt is like pressing the restart button. Every gentle movement tells your nervous system to wake up those sleeping muscles. It also helps line up your pelvis, which is the foundation of every movement you make, from walking to standing up from a chair. When your pelvis moves freely again, there's less pressure on your lower back. Pain goes away, and your posture gets better naturally. Think of it as teaching your body how to move young again, without pushing, without forcing. This isn't about stretching hard. It's about having a conversation with your spine. Slow, mindful, and deeply healing. If you've been living with stiffness or that dull ache every morning, this simple movement can be the key that brings back your mobility. How to do it? Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Put your hands gently on your hips so you can feel the movement. Take a slow breath in through your nose. As you breathe out, tilt your pelvis backward. Gently press your lower back into the floor, like you're trying to flatten it. Feel your stomach muscles work just a little. Then breathe in again and go back to where you started. Don't lift your bottom. Keep the movement small, slow, and controlled. Do this 10 times, breathing naturally and paying attention to how your breath connects with your movement. Want to go deeper? Close your eyes. Feel how your lower back slowly warms up. Notice how each repetition feels smoother than the last. This isn't about being perfect, it's about reconnecting. With every tilt, you're not just moving your body, you're reminding it how to heal itself. Exercise 2. Glute bridge, your hip lifeline. The glute bridge isn't just for your back, it's a lifeline for your hips, spine, and overall health. In fact, if I could only choose one exercise to help with active aging, this would be at the top of my list. Here's why. Your glutes are your body's engine for movement. But as we age, especially after 60, they start to turn off because of years of sitting, bad posture, or even chronic pain. This doesn't just affect how strong you feel. It affects your balance, how you walk, and even how much pressure your spine takes every time you stand or sit. The glute bridge helps fix that problem. With each lift, you're turning on the largest and most powerful muscles in your body. You're giving your lower back a break by moving the work to where it should be, your hips and thighs. From a science perspective, this movement works your posterior chain, which is a network of muscles that protects your spine, keeps your pelvis stable, and prevents falls. For older adults, That's critical. But maybe most important, this exercise gives you back the power to rise, literally and in life. To rise from a chair, to rise from a tough moment, to rise into your day with strength and purpose. How to do it? Lie on your back with knees bent and feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Let your arms relax by your sides. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently press your feet into the floor and start to lift your hips. Lift your bottom first, then your spine, one bone at a time, until your body makes a straight line from shoulders to knees. At the top, squeeze your glutes gently and hold for 2 to 3 seconds. You don't need to go high, just enough to feel your hips working and your back relaxing. Slowly breathe in as you lower back down, one bone at a time, until your spine is fully on the floor. Do this 8 to 10 times, moving with your breath. If this feels too hard at first, put a small pillow under your lower back for support. Remember, this is about building strength from the inside. Each time you do this, you stand taller, move steadier, and live more confidently. Exercise 3. Single knee to chest. The back soother. This gentle movement might seem quiet and simple, but it does amazing things for your lower back, your hips, and your nervous system. The single knee to chest stretch is often thought of as just a basic move, but really it acts like a soft reset for your spine, especially the lower part that carries so much of life's stress and tension. It gently takes pressure off the bones in your spine, opens up your hip muscles, and reduces pressure on the sciatic nerve, which is often the reason for that stubborn ache that runs from your back down your leg. But here's the hidden power. This stretch also helps you breathe better while lying down, which is really useful for older adults who might hold tension in their stomach or chest without knowing it. When your breathing gets deeper, your muscles relax, your calming nervous system turns on, and healing begins. What's even more exciting, studies show this stretch improves blood flow to your lower spine and hip area, helping with recovery, flexibility, and even digestion. It's not just about the stretch. It's about letting go of tightness, fear of movement, and that quiet worry that says, what if it hurts? This is your body's invitation to release, realign, and begin again gently, one breath at a time. How to do it? Lie flat on your back with both legs stretched out. Slowly bend your right knee and bring it toward your chest. Put your hands just below the knee, either behind your thigh or on your shin, wherever feels better. Don't pull on the knee joint itself. As you breathe out, gently pull the knee a little closer to your chest. Don't force it. Let gravity and your breath do the work. Hold this for 15 to 20 seconds. Breathing slowly and deeply. Feel your lower back lengthen and soften into the floor. Then gently let go of the leg and put it back on the ground. Do the same thing with the left leg. Do 2 to 3 rounds on each side. If lying flat is uncomfortable, you can bend the opposite leg and put that foot on the floor for support. This is your moment to pause, to reconnect, breathe deeper, and feel safe in your movement again. There's strength in stillness, and with each repetition, you're teaching your body that gentle movement isn't just possible, it's powerful. Exercise 4. Piriformis stretch, the sciatic release. There's a small, deep muscle in your backside called the piriformis. When it gets tight or swollen, it can press against your sciatic nerve, causing pain that travels from your hip down your leg. You might feel it as a dull ache, or sometimes a sharp pain, just from getting out of bed. This stretch targets that muscle directly, but more than that, it creates space. Space in your hips, space in your pelvis, space in your nervous system to breathe again. Unlike bigger, more obvious stretches, this one works deep inside, which is why it's so often missed. But for aging adults, especially those who sit a lot or have stiff hips, this small movement can bring huge relief. Recent studies have connected piriformis tightness with walking problems, which can lead to falls in older adults. Releasing it may not just reduce pain, it could actually help you walk safer and steadier. Think of it like clearing a traffic jam around your sciatic nerve. The relief is real, the freedom is noticeable, and the best part, you don't need to push or pull hard. The Piriformis responds best to calm, intentional movement. Let it unwind, let it go. How to do it? Lie on your back with knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Slowly lift your right foot and place the outer edge of your right ankle just above your left knee, making a figure 4 shape. If this position alone gives you a stretch in the right hip and bottom, stay here and breathe. If not, gently lift your left leg off the ground, bringing your left thigh toward your chest. Put your right hand through the space between your legs and hold your hands together behind your left thigh. Use your arms to softly pull the left leg closer. You should feel a deep stretch in your right hip and outer bottom. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds, breathing deeply. Then slowly let go and switch sides. Do this 2 to 3 times on each side. If your hips or knees feel sensitive, try doing this sitting in a sturdy chair with one ankle resting on the opposite thigh. There's no rush. This stretch is about invitation, not intensity. Let your body open at its own pace and discover how even small releases can bring big relief. Exercise 5. Hamstring stretch. The back body. Reset your hamstrings, the long muscle running down the back of your thighs. Do more than just help you walk or bend over. They're part of a powerful system called the posterior chain, which includes your calves, glutes, and lower back. When this chain gets tight, especially the hamstrings, it quietly pulls on your pelvis, drags your spine out of alignment, and adds to that deep, nagging lower back pain. But here's the surprising truth. Most people don't have short hamstrings, they have inactive ones. Over time, especially after 60, these muscles can lose their stretch, not just from age, but from not using them enough and moving in limited ways. This stretch works like a gentle reset, waking up those sleepy muscles, improving blood flow, and bringing balance back to your entire back body system. And even better, it turns on tiny sensors in your muscles and tendons called muscle spindles, which teach your brain to trust movement again. This isn't about touching your toes, it's about fixing your posture, protecting your spine, and giving your body the flexibility it remembers and still deserves. With each breath and stretch, you're not just lengthening a muscle, you're lengthening your ability to move through life with more grace, less tension, and greater confidence. How to do it? Lie on your back with both legs stretched out. Gently bend your right knee toward your chest. Put your hands behind your right thigh, either holding on or just resting there. From here, slowly straighten your right foot upward toward the ceiling. Your leg doesn't need to be perfectly straight. Just move until you feel a comfortable stretch in the back of your thigh. Flex your foot by pulling your toes toward your face. Makes the stretch stronger and works more of your back body. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds, breathing slowly and evenly. Then gently bend the knee and bring the leg back to the floor. Repeat with the left leg. Do 2 to 3 rounds per side. If lying down is difficult, you can also do this stretch sitting in a sturdy chair. Just stretch one leg forward with the heel on the floor and gently lean forward from your hips. No bouncing, no forcing, just a quiet, steady invitation for your muscles to return to the length, freedom, and support they were designed to give you every single day. Practical tips for older adults: start small and stay consistent. Instead of trying to be perfect, focus on how your body feels during each movement. 2 exercises in the morning and 2 before bed can create powerful changes. No gym needed. If you feel dizzy, try doing the exercises after a light meal and drink plenty of water. Use a chair, pillow, or wall for support when you need it. Remember, progress isn't measured by how far you stretch, but by how often you show up. Your body responds more to consistency than intensity, so be gentle but don't stop. You moved, you reclaimed, You rise. You didn't just stretch today. You reclaimed something deeply personal, your ability to move with ease on your terms. And that's worth celebrating. Lower back pain can feel like a thief moving in slow motion, quietly stealing the joy of everyday moments. Walking without pain, reaching without fear, or sleeping through the night. But what you did in these last few minutes, you stood up to it, gently and powerfully. Each exercise you practiced wasn't just for flexibility. It was a message to your nervous system, your joints, and your spirit saying, I'm not done growing. Remember, movement isn't about being young, it's about freedom. And freedom doesn't retire at 60. In fact, this chapter might just be your most intentional, most empowered one yet. So keep this video bookmarked. Come back to it often. Let it be your gentle reset whenever the world feels heavy or your body feels tight. And if this brought you any value, leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear what changed for you or what you're still working through. We're not just stretching. We're building a culture of active aging together, because healing happens when you move, and movement is your birthright. See you in the next video, my friend. Keep rising.